What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Tonight we're going to talk about something. We're going to get into some shit tonight, okay, guys? And I'm not going to call any specific people out because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm not here to ruin people's lives. The purpose of this video is to give information to people that may be just getting into the fitness industry or maybe thinking about doing a show and are not really kind of versed yet in kind of what goes on. And a lot of times what happens is when someone hires a coach or a trainer, that first exposure to coaching, training, etc., stuff like that, they get very attached to that trainer, okay, or very attached to that coach. And even if, you know, another coach was 10 times better, what's going to happen is they're going to be like, no, fuck that guy, my coach is the best, okay? That's just kind of the relationship that gets built up. People get very attached to their coaches, very attached to the trainers, and they will believe anything that they say, and anybody that says anything otherwise is a jerk. They're not telling the truth. They're a hater. They're this, they're that. But we're going to get into some shit tonight. So I was talking to a friend of mine today. Again, this person will remain nameless through Messenger or whatever, what Instagram motherfucker it was. And we're talking about the local level, okay? Local level bikini girls that these coaches are putting them on fucking drugs. Listen. I have zero issue with drugs. No issue with drugs whatsoever other than the fact that they're illegal. But it is my personal opinion that if you can't step on a local stage as a bikini competitor without being fucking loaded on anabolics, growth hormone, or anything else, this is not the sport for you. Now, I'm not talking about the pro level because you get to the pro level, if your genetics took you to a certain point, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, that's it. If that's your goal and you're making money at it and you're making a career, like drugs just come with the territory, right? Even like a national level, right? If you're at the top of the national level or you're a national contender, I could say, okay, like they took their genetics as far as they can go and they're still knocking on the door. They needed that little bit of edge, whatever. Even then, like I don't suggest drugs to anyone. Like I just don't think bikini girls need it, period. Now that being said, if you're going to do a local show and you can't get in shape for a local show, now you may win, you may not, it doesn't fucking matter. But I literally was talking about this girl today who did a local fucking show. And she was loaded on fucking drugs. I mean, loaded, and she got last call-outs. And I'm sitting here going, you literally couldn't even, and she's praising the fucking coach. Like, I have the best coach, and this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, I couldn't have done it without my coach. She talked more about the fucking coach than herself or fucking sponsors or anything else that was going on. The coach. Here's the thing. The coach loaded her up on fucking drugs. She did extremely poorly. Her body stopped responding at a certain point. So basically, she didn't look right when she got on stage, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, so you loaded them up with drugs and their body stopped responding? Like, that's a bad thing. That is not a fucking good thing. That's not an athletic thing. It's not a competitive thing. It doesn't make you tough. It doesn't make you hardcore. It makes you fucking stupid if you have pushed your body to the point where even drugs will not change it. Now, that being said, some things that are going on that are not being talked about is some of these coaches, and I get very upset with this, okay? Because I get people that, some of these coaches actually sell their clients drugs. They have a cheap price in training and they make up for it by selling them fucking drugs or supplying them drugs. And I've seen this with many guy coaches. I do remember one female coach, I got a client that came to me and she actually came to me with the fucking drugs. She showed me what the fuck they gave her because she didn't know what it was. She goes, they give us these, like every month we go over there and they give us these in little baggies that we gave 30 of them in baggies with these pills in it. And then we go back every month and we get, you know, a re-up on it. It's not even in bottle. They don't even know what the fuck they are. Now, I happen to know what Geneza Farm was. And it was some oxandrolone, which by GP. And I'm like, they got you on fucking Anavar? I'm looking at these pills in the bag. I'm like, holy shit. I said, what do they charge you for this? It's like $150 for the whole month. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? I'm like, so they charge you to go to be trained by them, right? They charge you for the program they send you. They charge you for the drugs. And they keep supplying you with the drugs that basically if you start on these drugs and you're training with them, you can't compete without them. You feel like, oh, I can't compete without them. I need these drugs. Where am I going to get them from? I don't even know where to go. So they're stuck with that trainer. And that trainer can just pump them full of drugs, continue to take their money every month as a client, having them fucking fly out to where they're at and charging them on top of it to train them in person. I'm sitting here going, holy fuck, it was an eye-opening experience. This is about maybe 5-6 years ago this happened. And I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. Now, granted, these were pros, okay? These were pros top amateurs, etc., etc. But these were bikini competitors, okay? These were girls that fucking could have been in shape without doing all this shit. You know, like, it just fucking blows my mind. Now, again, some of these other trainers, the guy trainers that I'm talking about, that I know for a fact, they sell the drugs to their clients, which, by the way, guys, is 100% fucking illegal and unethical. It's like dating your clients. You can't fucking date clients. Like, what the fuck kind of trainer does that, right? But that's what they do. So what happens is they fucking train them. And now I'm not going to mention the coach's name, but I get a client that comes to me and says, Jerry, I want to hire you, but my other coach gives me the drugs. Here's the list of what he has. Here's the list of what he told me to take. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, can you please hook me up? Because I don't have any other way to get them. If I hire you, if I leave this coach, I can't get my drugs. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, first of all, you realize what you're talking about is 100% fucking illegal. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You want me to fucking take you on as a client and sell you drugs because this fucking guy does it? Newsflash, that guy's a fucking dumbass. He's the biggest fucking scumbag in the whole fucking fitness industry that literally is a drug dealer. He's not even a good coach or a good fucking nutrition. He's a drug dealer. And this happens a lot. When I hear about these fucking bikini, and it blows my fucking mind, throwing up every day, not because they got a food fucking disorder, because their bodies are fucked up. Colitis runs rampant in the fucking bikini ranks that no one fucking talks about. Hair loss, hair falling out in fucking clumps. Not being able to sleep for months at a time because their bodies are so fucking jacked up hormonally that their brain actually thinks it's going to die if it shuts down. It literally produces adrenaline around the clock nonstop so that they can't sleep. It's almost like the guys that take too much tren. They call it like the trensomnia, where you can't sleep and stuff like that. If your body's producing adrenaline at an accelerated rate, which doesn't allow you to calm down and sleep, which also gives you that fucking crazy tren brain that you lose your fucking mind on, right? That's psychosis you get on tren. These are bikini athletes, fucking little bikini girls. And I'm sitting here going, holy fuck. Now, what happens is, these coaches sell the people all these fucking drugs and they fuck them up, right? Their bodies are completely fucked up. Their hormones are fucked up. They got fucking hair loss, teeth falling out, throwing up every day, you know, not being able to shit. Other ones have diarrhea all the time. Like every time the girl goes to pee, she shits. I heard that and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you don't see something wrong with this? And they're like, well, it's not part of competing. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been doing this for 20-something years. No, that's not part of competing. Yes, being tired is part of competing. Being exhausted, getting very lean, getting weaker the last week before the show. Like, these are all part of competing, right? Shitting every time you fucking sit down in the car is not part of competing. Throwing up every time you fucking blink is not part of competing. Clumps of hair, I mean, mine fell out due to steroids, but clumps of hair falling out on a woman is not part of competing. And when I find out what they're taking, these fucking guys have... This one girl, I shit you not, stanozolol, and she didn't know what it was. She's like, I'm on what? I'm like, stanozolol? And she's like, yeah, it's spelled like this. And she sends me a little fucking picture of it. I'm like, oh my God, you're on Winstrol. How much? 100 milligrams a day. I'm like, what? She goes, I'm on something called nandrolone decanate. I'm like, you're on Deca? She goes, no, I'm on nandrolone decanate. That's how much she knows about this shit. I'm like, you gotta be fucking, how much? 100 milligrams a week. And I'm sitting there going, 200 milligrams a week is what I would take. You're giving this little girl 100 milligrams a week, a bikini girl, right? On top of the growth hormone. I was like, what? The thyroid medication? She don't need thyroid. Her thyroid was healthy. Now she's going to need it because you fucked her up. And I'm sitting here going, and testosterone propionate. And I'm sitting here going, this is a fucking bikini competitor at like a local level. They're never going to fucking be anything because they don't have the fucking genetics. But on top of it, they haven't even worked out and maxed their fucking natural capabilities before they're even ready to do that. They could have literally worked out for 2-3 years, got this amazing physique, competed on the local and regional level, mopped the stage with everybody, got to the national level, had to use what they had to use to turn pro, and then took it from there. Instead, the first show after training for like 6 months in the gym fucking around, these guys give them a program and load them up on fucking drugs till they're almost fucking dead. This girl in the picture today that I looked at, I felt so fucking bad for her. Because she looked literally like she was going to fucking die. And all she could do was praise this fucking trainer. I'm like, all this shit is happening to you. You're ready to fucking drop dead. You got last fucking place in your show. And you're talking about how great your fucking trainer is? Your trainer is the one that put you in fucking last place. That's how bad you look. You looked better before you even started your fucking cut. Before you even started working with the trainer. You looked better. You would have placed better if you went in your off-season condition. I'm like, holy fuck, I can't, it blows my fucking mind. I'm sitting here talking to my friend back and forth through Messenger, and I'm sitting here going, why is this fucking a thing? What the fuck is going on? So now the purpose of it is, so that you know, if you're watching this and you're thinking about doing a bikini show, you're thinking about being a bikini competitor, a figure competitor, physique competitor, man body, but whatever. Just be aware, if you're just getting into this and you get wrapped up with a trainer who suggests to you to go on fucking drugs, like you've never done a show, you've barely been training, you haven't done shit yet, you've never maxed out your capabilities, you don't even have a base yet, and you don't even know how your body responds to diet and training, and they suggest that you start fucking taking drugs, run. Turn around and fucking run. I am so sick of this shit because a lot of people will go on that shit and then they can't get off. It's almost like an addiction. They get on it and their physique looks a certain way because they don't really know how to train. They don't really know how to diet. So their whole physique is based on drugs. And without that trainer feeding them the drugs, their physique goes away. They can't maintain it. They try to get away from them. When their physique goes backwards because they're off the drugs, they realize they need the drugs. So they go back to the trainer. And then what happens is they don't like what's going on. So they start going to other trainers and start asking them for drugs because they think every trainer fucking sells drugs because of this guy. And I'm sitting here going, holy fucking shit. I'm like, I don't even know what to say anymore. This is not the sport that I fucking got involved in. This is not the sport that I love. This is not the sport that I think was the fucking greatest thing that saved me so many times from killing myself. Saved me so many times from being fucking depressed and miserable and gave me such a positive influence and positive energy to put into my life that when everything else was falling apart, bodybuilding was there. All the competitions, all the everything. This is not the sport, okay? This is some kind of newfound social media wannabe bullshit where anybody in the fucking world can take their fucking Instagram and turn it to a fucking coach who has a fucking a source of drugs. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? I'm like, how are these motherfuckers not getting popped? Like, I get it that, like, you know, these people, they want to keep their mouth shut and like, they probably say things to them like, look, you know what? You know, everybody does this. It's common. Like, all the coaches sell to clients. I don't know what the fuck goes on, but bottom line is, guys, this is not right. More and more girls are getting fucked up, pulling out of shows. Bodies are not responding. Pros are now not competing. Pros are deciding, I'm not getting on stage anymore because it's not worth it. What do you think that means? Not worth it doesn't mean I don't want to diet and train. Not worth it means they don't want to have to fucking take the drugs they've been taking to do what they do. Which in the first place, if they've never started the drugs and fucking built themselves to a certain place, they wouldn't have to take them. But they're forced to take these fucking drugs because these coaches are feeding to them over and over again, and they make it seem like it's no big deal. And then what happens is these competitors go talk to other competitors and they go, yeah, I take that. Oh yeah, I take that. Yeah, they're all fucking doing it. So they think it's fucking normal. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of girls backstage that technically you're going to place 30th place that are loaded on fucking drugs with fucking balding hair, throwing up in between fucking classes, right? And they're fucking like passing out because they fucking basically have no thyroid. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? I can't, like, I don't even know what to say, guys, but I do know that I want you to protect yourself. I want you to know that you don't have to go through that shit. If a fucking coach tells you you have to do drugs, walk the fuck away. Find another coach. Do it on your own. Do whatever the fuck you have to do, but do not, I repeat, do not get wrapped up in this fucking drug shit unless, one, you are a pro and you need to fucking do it to be at the Olympian level. Number two, you have absolutely maxed out your genetics naturally. And number three, you've thought long and hard about it, and it's your decision, not the coach influencing you, not the boyfriend influencing, not the husband influencing you. It's your decision to make. If any of those three influence you, you are fucked. You need to run as far as you can away from all that shit, because I'm telling you right now, when you're sitting there at the doctor's office and they're running fucking test after test after test, trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you, and you eventually have to tell them what you put in your body because they can't figure it out, wait till the fireworks go off then, because then it's balls out. They're going to want to know where the fuck you get them from. They could actually call the police in and say, she's been abused. Someone's been fucking giving. I'm telling you right now, it could be a giant fucking mess. So just be aware, ladies, that if you're out there thinking about training, just think twice. And if anything seems fucking shady drug-wise, don't do it. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com. The blog says don't do it, bicep. And we are out.